Happy Monday, everyone. I'm going to take you along with me this whole week to show you what it's like to be an artist full-time. And I have a lot of fun things planned this week. Today, I'm going to be going up to a coffee shop to drop off a lot of my art. They're going to be spring themed and it's a solo show, so all the pieces were done by me in the last couple months, so super excited about that. And then afterwards, I'm going to go to a slide park with my sister, who is a content creator here in Indianapolis. The slide park just opened and I didn't even know slide parks existed, so it looked super fun. I'm excited to show you some clips from that. And that'll be it for today. This morning I did this little painting of a vase that I just got. Unfortunately, I broke the vase when I was painting it. I knocked it off the table. So I was pretty devastated because I just got it from an antique shop, but my husband said he might be able to glue, it's just the handle that broke. So my husband said he might be able to glue some of the pieces back on. I don't know. I'm just really sad because I love that vase. Anyways, my car is all packed up with my art and ready to go to the coffee shop. So let's get going. So here's all of my artwork hung up in Rivet. This coffee shop is in Westfield, Indiana, and all of my art will be hung up all the way through April. So go out and see it if you're in the area. But look how beautiful this cherry blossom tree is, and I would just love to sip coffee and look out this window. And here's my sister, Chrissy. She took my photos while I was putting up art, and look how beautiful these turned out. I love them so much. So we're gonna go to the slide park now, and oh my goodness, look at this slide park. I was actually scared to death going down these slides. It was intense, but so much fun. It really felt like going on a roller coaster. Like being at the top of a slide and looking down was so scary if you're afraid of heights, but just so thrilling. And I would just highly recommend going if you have older kids or if you just want to go as adults. It was so fun for my sister and I to just go hang out there.
I feel like I broke my nose. Honestly, I was a little afraid you would die before coming here, but I'm glad we signed a waiver in case we were gonna die.
Good morning and happy Tuesday, everyone. I hope you are having the best week. And I'm about to leave for Greenwood, Indiana to visit a gift shop to refill some of my watercolor prints. And then while I'm in Greenwood, I am going to find a coffee shop to go paint at and just do a little latte watercolor to make into a reel to post on Instagram. And then I'm going to come home, make some lunch, and work on some of the oil paintings that I've been needing to do. So let's go ahead and get going and get on with our day. And we have arrived to our destination. I think I'm gonna go first. I need to see when the gift shop even opens up because I don't know if they're open right now. Here is the gift shop where I'm dropping off my watercolor prints. I kind of forgot to grab a video of the inside, but it's super cute in there. And then we're gonna head over. Right across the street is this coffee shop called Fresh Pots, and I painted my latte. It was like chai tea latte, and it's so good. And I've been doing this fun thing where when I paint at coffee shops, I will gift the completed watercolor to the owners. So I did that here, and it was really cute because they loved it so much they immediately went to go find a frame and they hung it up right away. So that was really fun to see. Okay, so we're back from the gift shop, and I've got 3 oil paintings I wanted to touch up. I'm going to start with this big one back here, and I have a photo shoot coming up next week that is by a weeping willow, so I definitely wanted one of my paintings to have a willow tree in it. And then these 2 are also just nice springy paintings, so they all need an extra layer of oil paint over them, so that's what we're doing today. And if I have time, maybe I'll do a new one as well. Spoiler alert, I actually did not have time to do a new one, so I just touched up the Sweeping Willow one and also that one with the mallards flying, and that took me a good amount of time, so I didn't even get to the tulips one until tomorrow, which you'll get to see that one. But I always love finishing up these oil paintings. It's so satisfying. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Today is my learning day because I am in a 12-week course. I've never really taken an art class before. I had just signed up for this one, so I'm about a month in, but it's this wedding painters class. So if you've never heard of the Wedding Painters Blueprint course, you should go check it out if you are wanting to get into wedding painting, or if you have been doing it but you just want to get better. highly recommend this course. I have already learned so much. Something I really struggled with as a wedding painter is painting faces, and I just feel like I've improved so much just in the span of like a month in this course, so I'm super excited to continue it. So I do have a class today. It's usually an hour from 2 to 3, and then I have my small group meeting within the class. So I usually dedicate Wednesdays to my learning day. There's usually also a weekly homework, so I'm going to complete that right now. The homework is to paint. You'll see. I'm going to talk about it. I'm really interested to see how it goes. It's painting the same painting 3 times, but for the first one, you give yourself 20 minutes to complete it. The second one, you give yourself 20 brush strokes to complete it, and then the last one you give yourself 10 brush strokes to complete. So I'm curious to see what that will look like. So I'm going to show you that today, and then I have a little more touching up to one of my oil paintings that I was working on yesterday, so I'm going to finish that up today before my class, and let's get started. Okay, I have my palette all ready. I'm actually using oil paint for this, but I'm doing it on watercolor paper because I don't really want to waste a canvas since this is practice. But I wanted to tell you how much I love using paper palette. This is what this paper is called. It just makes cleanup so much easier because oils don't dry very quickly, and the only thing is you have to make sure that you ration the oils out just enough so that you don't waste any at the end, since I end up throwing this away. A roadblocker for me with oils used to be the cleanup process, and you have to find ways to take down those barriers. So for me, that was using this. So I have it linked in the description on my Amazon storefront if you want to try it out for yourself. But let's go ahead and get started on this. So if you can see that is the reference photo I'm going off of, so I'm going to use that here. So I'm painting 3 different paintings of the same apple, and the 20-minute challenge I thought went pretty well. It was, unlimited brush strokes, so I was able to perfect it as much as I wanted to, and I felt like since I had unlimited brush strokes, I was able to get the apple to look nice and smooth looking. And then moving on to this 20-stroke one, I struggled so much. Oh my goodness. I have never tried limiting my brush strokes before, and that was so challenging. So I struggled with this 20-minute one, and it was actually my least favorite. I think I was just trying to get a little bit of a hang of this, but this last one, I thought it was actually my favorite one, even though it was only 10 strokes. But the purpose of this challenge was to do brushstroke economy and get you painting more loosely. Okay, I have finished the challenge, and here's what all 3 look like. I did my 20-minute challenge one. I think that's probably the most polished one. Of course, didn't have a limited amount of brush strokes. This one's probably my least favorite. It's the 20-stroke one, which I'm surprised I like it less than the 10-stroke one, but I just think that the one with 10 strokes kind of looks nice and loose and almost kind of more impressionistic, which I love impressionism as a style. So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that this one, I thought the 10-stroke one was going to be a lot harder, and it was, but I just like how it turned out better. So overall, I don't know, I think my favorite one might still be the 20-minute one, but I don't know, I am really liking this 10-stroke one because it's so vibrant and loose. So let me know which one of these 3 you like the best in the comments below. I'm very curious what you think. After I got off my group call, I went to go finish this oil painting, and I really love it. I wanted to do something spring themed. Like I said yesterday, I have a photo shoot coming up next week, so I think this one would be perfect for it. I always think of tulips when it's springtime, so. Happy Thursday, everyone. I am on my way to Bloomington, Indiana to pick up some art from a solo show I just had at a gallery down there. I'm super excited to get my watercolors back because they've been down there for a month and my house is empty. I don't have any art hung up. So I'm gonna grab those, and then I'm gonna come back home and record some YouTube tutorials. So be on the lookout for those in the coming weeks. But while we're on the way to Bloomington, let's just chat a little bit about how it's been going as a full-time artist. Okay, so my audio got a little bit messed up, so I'm just gonna do a voiceover for this clip. But what I was basically saying here is that I have felt like going full-time has been a pretty smooth transition. I felt like I needed to make this transition for a long time, and honestly, I'm so glad I did it. I don't have any regrets of becoming an artist full-time. Yes, there are some hard parts about it, and I think the most difficult thing for me is separating work and rest. With my corporate job, separating those two things were so easy because I would just shut my laptop around 4 p.m. and be done with work for that day. And I think with art, I can just continue to work at it. And sometimes I have a hard time putting art down because it's like my baby. When you're a small business owner, you really want to grow your business and make it thrive. And I've just kind of felt like I'm in a season of working really hard for my business in hopes to possibly be a mom one day and have this business support us. But all in all, I am so happy with this transition, and I just really hope to inspire other artists that they can make a living as an artist or doing something creative. Here is what my solo show looked like at the Venue Gallery in Bloomington, Indiana. The gallery owner specifically told me that he loves watercolor on canvases, so that is what most of the show was made up of. So I really just enjoyed showcasing my work here for the month of March and looking forward to some more solo shows. Okay, so here's my new YouTube setup. I know it looks a little bit messy right now, but the intention is for it to look nice with the flowers here in the background, kind of like this. So I wanted to have better lighting, so I kind of got these lights around, and then I also wanted it to be on my standing desk so that I could do tutorials standing, because I before did not have the best setup. I was on this little circle table and leaning over it. My back was hurting from doing tutorials, so I think this is going to be a lot better. This used to be my work desk when I worked for my tech job. Here is my little sign that I was like, I'm quitting on this day. Happy Friday, everyone. This morning, I'm gonna go meet a friend. I've actually not met her before, but I know her sister, and she's another artist, so I'm excited to chat about art with her. And then most of the rest of today, I'm going to be filming some YouTube videos. It's this 5-week spring series, so you can be on the lookout for that in mid-April to May. And I'm super excited to show you how to paint some of my favorite spring things. And then I'm going to try to do a commission. It's a wine bottle commission, so we'll see how that goes. And it's been a super rainy week here in Indianapolis. We actually had a really bad tornado warning 2 days ago, and really ever since that, it's been like raining nonstop. So luckily we never lost power, but no going outside really this week. But let's go ahead and get started with the day. I think I want to do a yellow flower field. I just mixed up a very nice muted type of yellow. I just wanted to add that in around the edge of the house. Here you have it, a nice little flower field for our first spring video. So I finished my YouTube tutorials and I did these 3. I'm so excited for you guys to take these tutorials if you're wanting to do a just simple flower field, a landscape. Got tulips, and then I have mallards in the sky. So hope these really just inspire you for spring. So now that I'm done filming my YouTube videos, I'm gonna work on my wine bottle commission. So the client wants me to leave the label unpainted and just paint the top part of the glass here. And I got like a reference photo of it's a pretty simple landscape, and I'm just gonna do that with acrylic paint here at the top, and we'll see how that goes. So let's get started.
Hey, do you think the Sheldrakes will be unhappy at the Bluestone Club?
I have no idea. However, I do know that Dinky Shaw is going to be sitting next to...
Do you see Luke?
No. Why, Luke, there you are. Hey, Mr. Gilmore, let's push it.
Hey, yeah, so you know it's new.
I can have my tailor steam out those trousers.
Oh, Richard, that really?
No. But it will. Laura.
So here is the finished wine bottle. I think it turned out great. And this is special for my client. They commissioned this for a friend who they went to this vineyard with together. And this landscape scene is really special to them. So how fun is that to have something so memorable that you can look at every day? And this concludes my weekly vlog, so thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you join me for my next video.